and welcome to another edition of Paranormal Activity and Mysterious Stories. In this video, I want to go over some documents from the NSA website that was compiled as a result of some kind of litigation. It says Citizens Against Unidentified Flying Object Secrecy versus National Security Agency. And these are the documents that came as a result. Also, this video here from Reddit about this guy here. His name is Sir Francis Churchuk or something like that. But he was some kind of pilot back in the 1931. And he describes a craft that's very similar to the UFO that was described by David Fravor, the pilot from the USS Nimitz UFO incident. It's very interesting. And then this is a video that some woman on the beach filmed. This long black shape is seen hovering slowly far at sea and then suddenly accelerates in other direction. It's pretty amazing. And also a video from Russian astronauts on the ISS that claims to see UFOs and new footage. Apparently, this guy was out there taking video footage of the Northern Lights or the Aurora Borealis, and just over Earth's horizon, or the curvature of the Earth, you see these lights in a row come up over the horizon, and it's pretty interesting. But let me just start at the beginning here. Now, this, as you can see, is directly from NSA's website, National Security Agency Central Security Service. Now, the documents listed on this page were located in response to the numerous requests received by NSA on the subject of unidentified flying objects, UFO. In 1980, NSA was involved in civil action number 80-1562, Citizens Against Unidentified Flying Object Secrecy versus National Security Agency. Documents related to that litigation are marked with, I think that's a star, and then some X's has been inserted in a title if a portion of the title has been deleted prior to release. To select a document, so let's check some of these documents out. Let's check out this. Well, you know what? First of all, let me just go through some of the other titles here. Affidavit of Eugene F. Yates, Citizens Against Unidentified Flying Object. He's probably the guy that initiated the suit, the first suit. Report of UFO crash in 47 called Faults by Science Panel. What the U.S. government knows about unidentified flying objects. Is the CIA stonewalling the government and UFOs? UFOs as advanced technology. French government UFO study. So you click on the link and then you wait for the download of the PDF. Presentation to the Scientific Council of GEPAN of studies undertaken during the first semester of 1978. This report of the French Governmental UFO Study Group, GEPAN, documents the studies carried out by the group during the first part of 1978. 3 special groups, rapid intervention, physical traces, radar alerts, were created as part of the study group's functions, but they were little used during 1978. Instead, the bulk of the work was devoted to 11 cases of high credibility and high strangeness. 11 such cases were studied in great detail. Only one proved to have a conventional explanation. In the other 10, it appeared that the distance between the witness and the object was less than 250 meters. Of the 5 volumes of the report, they were entirely devoted to analysis of these 11 cases, all except one of which was pre-1978. The earliest was 1966. 2 of the cases were humanoid sightings. Wow. So let's check out some of these others. Part C. This is Section 9. The following information has been provided. Tracking of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, or radar tracking of unidentified flying objects, UFO. 8 UFOs, probably balloons, move slowly from southwest of redacted toward west and past redacted and redacted altitude, 49,000 some odd feet. 1 UFO, probably a balloon, moved slowly from south of redacted, turned southwest after passing east of redacted, turned west upon reaching south of redacted, and past redacted and redacted, altitude 62,000 some odd feet. 8 UFOs, probably balloons, moved slowly from redacted toward west and past redacted, altitude 75,500 feet. Section 5. The following information has been provided. A radar tracking of unidentified flying objects, UFO. 11 UFO, probably balloons, moved from redacted and west of redacted toward west, passed south of redacted, and entered the territories of redacted and redacted. UFOs, or 11 UFOs, probably balloons, moved from redacted and west of redacted toward west redacted. 15 UFO, probably balloons, moved over redacted, altitude 20,000 some odd feet. 11 UFOs, probably balloons. Look at all these balloons that they keep tracking and having to redact what they're doing. I mean, why don't they just try and figure out the guy that's releasing all of these balloons? That's hilarious. Probably balloons. Let's see, let's check out another one here. Let's check out this part G. Section, the following blank has been provided. Radar tracking of unidentified flying objects, UFO. 10 UFOs moved from northwest of Mekong past blank and blank toward west, altitude 69,000 some odd feet. 7 UFOs moved from redacted past redacted and redacted toward west, altitude, I think that says 5,300 and some odd feet. 9 UFOs moved respectively from blank toward west, altitude, I can't see what that says. Warning, notice, sensitive intelligence sources and methods involved. The following information has been received. Two unidentified flying objects flew over the redacted north of redacted from 1142 through 1148. The objects were indicated as friendly and numbering 2, but that they were unidentifiable. Indicated as friendly. Their altitude was not indicated. Their speed, as computed on chart, was approximately, I think that says 830 kilometers per hour. Whether these were aircrafts, missiles, or some other flying objects could not be determined. How did they determine they were friendly? Reaction to unidentified flying objects. Radar tracked 8 UFO, probably balloons. Oh, them damn balloons again. Moving from northwest of redacted toward west and passing redacted, redacted, and redacted. Wow, these top secret balloons. Well, you know what? If you want to check out more of these, I definitely will leave a link in the description. So, check some of these things out, man. Apparently, our government has been, of course, we all know they've been lying to us for a long time, but now they're releasing all of these documents. But anyways, let's check out this one here. This is from Reddit. Now, again, listen to the description because it's very similar to what Colonel David Fravor describes from the USS Nimitz incident.
It was a perfect shape. It was shaped sort of well like a pearl with a tail. And I watched this thing and suddenly it disappeared. And I thought, well, am I seeing things? I'd had a very grueling flight. I'd been waiting for, I had engine trouble, and I'd been waiting for hours, expecting to go into the sea, you know. However, suddenly this thing reappeared, coming towards me. And I thought, well, I'm not going to let it go this time. And I kept my look fixed on it, and it was approaching fairly fast, and then suddenly, gradually rather, it began to thin out, and it vanished in front of me, and before my eyes it became a sort of ghost. I could see the water, the waves of the sea through it for one instant, and then it vanished.
And that thing just went right underwater. His sighting has never been explained. But again, this is in 1931. Remember, the USS Nimitz incidents, I think that was in the 1980s. But anyways, let's check out this other one here. So you can see this thing right here, this little line.
I'm gonna analyze this when I get home. Cause that, whatever that is looking for something.
She loses again, but she gets it back. She gets it back. Just hang on, hang on. There it is. You can see it. You see this thing? Now watch it just zip away.
Oh my God, it's flying so fast. Where the fuck did it go? Oh boy, I'm losing my mind.
Now, you know, that's not definitely not to say that that the only possibility that's, you know, quote unquote alien. I mean, that could definitely be U.S. military, something that we have. But if not, you know, this goes back to, like I said in my last video, we have been seeing these things for a long time. This woman filming this thing, this is not like an isolated incident, you know? I mean, there's thousands of videos now. Everyone's walking around with a camera. There are so many videos of, you know, people capturing these things. And yeah, for sure, some of them are fake, but I think, yeah, the reason why we're seeing these things all the time, it's not because they're visiting. I think that in the 95% of the planet that we don't know what's happening, I think, you know, these things are out there. They're out there existing in the part of the planet that we know nothing about. Now, when I say we, I mean me. You know, I would have to assume that there must be some people in high places and within the government that do know, you know, that do monitor all of our satellites and are aware of everything that's going on in the planet. But I don't, you know, and I don't think most, you know, the general public definitely doesn't. But anyways, let's go to this last video here. Now, this is a Russian astronaut on the ISS claims to see UFOs and new footage. Let me just read this real quick. Ivan Vanya, a Russian cosmonaut currently orbiting the Earth aboard the International Space Station, claims to have captured footage of potential UFOs while recording video of the aurora borealis. Space guests, or how I film the new time lapse, Wagner wrote in a tweet featuring the video on Wednesday morning. The 1-minute video shows the aurora borealis passing near Antarctica and Australia, Wagner says. However, in the video you will see something else, not only the aurora, he wrote. The footage shows the curved edge of the Earth at night, with the green swirl of the aurora moving across its surface and several star pinpoints visible in the background. At 9 to 12 seconds, 5 objects appear flying alongside with the same distance, Wagner wrote in a following tweet. What do you think those are? Meteors, satellites, or, he puts a big question mark. So let's just check this out. Let's go widescreen here. Now, I think this is sped up. Did you see that? I'll play it again. Yeah, did you see that? That wasn't 5 separate objects or 5 separate lights. It was 5 separate lights, but it was 5 separate lights on a single object. Let's watch that again. Now again, watch right over here. Bottom left of the screen. Look at that. That was a single object. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that was a different one, because it showed up in a different part. Wow, was that 2 separate objects? And if it was, those things are huge. Those are huge. He added that the video was shot in time-lapse, so the brief flash of the object actually lasted for about 52 seconds in real time. Wagner did not claim to see the phenomenon as it happened, and no one else aboard the ISS has acknowledged it. He also did not indicate exactly when the footage was captured. Whatever the phenomenon was, it does appear as a string of lights arranged in a clear angled line in the video. Roscosmos, Russia's space agency, shared the video on its own Twitter account on Wednesday. An interesting and at the same time mysterious video made by the cosmonaut of Roscosmos, Ivan Wagner, from the International Space Station, the agency tweeted along with a thoughtful emoji. Wagner says he flagged the video to Roscosmos management and that it's currently being examined by experts at the Space Research Institute of the Russian Academy of Sciences. Roscosmos spokesperson Vladimir Ustimenko has confirmed that the video is under review, according to the Russian news agency TASS. It is too early to make conclusions until our Roscosmos researchers and scientists at the Space Research Institute of the Russian Academy of Sciences tells us what they think, Ustimenko said. It was decided to hand over those materials to experts who will tell us what that was in their opinion. Wagner, 35, is a first-time crew member aboard the ISS, where he and fellow Russian Anatoly Ivanishin are working with Chris Cassidy, the American commander of the expedition. NASA did not mention Wagner's video in a blog update about the mission on Wednesday. The blog says Wagner recently worked on the station's orbital plumbing before exploring ways to improve Earth's photography techniques. Cassidy has not tweeted anything about Wagner's video, and Ivanishin is not on Twitter. Aliens and UFO sightings have long been derided as taboo topics for people in tinfoil hats. However, the subject has slowly crept into the mainstream in recent years, particularly after the New York Times revealed that the U.S. government funded research into the topic for several years and that the research was still ongoing. One former contractor told the Times that he'd briefed Pentagon officials on the retrieval of off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. See, I think that's where they're wrong. I think some of these things are, Earth-made, not by us, but by these what do you call it? Breakaway civilizations. I think that's what how Richard Dolan describes them as breakaway civilizations. They were probably the people that, built all the megaliths and things like that, and for whatever reason, they moved into this earth, or maybe they've always lived, and we came along after them, and they monitor us. Maybe they're cultivating us. Who knows? But I will leave a link to this page also in the descriptions. But that's going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.